Guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're working on this beautiful 2019 or 2018 GMC 3500 Denali. This thing's got some wide hips, and what we're doing to this today is just a level 2 enhancement and protection detail, which is removing all these swirls and scratches, about 80 to 90% of them, doing a one-step correction, then topping it off with a 3 to 5 year coating. So we got to pull out of the shop right now. We're just doing the prepping situation. So what the prep does is it removes all that dirt and old wax that has been built up on this thing for a long period of time, and we're going to strip it down to a nice bare clear coat to allow a proper paint correction to be performed. And a lot of people always ask me, how much do I charge to wash and wax your vehicle? I don't offer a wash and wax because that is not the proper way to clean and protect your vehicle. If your car has swirls and scratches, I mean, look at this. That's from bad, improper washing, towel marks. This thing has been through a lot, and it's clear because you can see this towel mark going right across the paint. So car washers are offering this package where they do a paint correction of some sort called a buff and wax. And basically what that buff and wax is when they use the compound, it's like an all-in-one filler. It does not actually level the clear coat. So picture it this way. Imagine like a girl putting makeup on. They put the foundation on, and after that same night they wash their face, and whatever's on the makeup, under the makeup, is still there. So car is the same exact way. They'll put this foundation on the paint, cover up all the swirls and scratches, but next time you go wash your truck, all these swirls and scratches will be coming right back. So it's not a proper way to clean up your vehicle, and that's why we do a full paint correction to literally level out the clear coat, remove all the defects properly, then apply a ceramic coating on top of it. So when we do our paint correction, all these swirls and scratches will be gone. They won't be covered up in makeup. They will actually be gone, and the strip clear coat will show you the perfect defects. Now I pull it out in the sun. I do a full sun check to ensure that the swirls and scratches are gone. Then we can add our ceramic coating to protect that perfect finish. We're not gonna put makeup on it. We're not gonna do anything crazy like that. No fake BS stuff. We're gonna properly level out the clear coat and protect it. So that's the plan today. We're gonna work on the GMC, get it all prepped up, pull it in the shop. We also have a F-150 Roush edition. We got the UPS driver here. This is the homie. Always takes care of us. But as I was saying, got the F-150 Roush here. We're gonna do a complete interior detail. Get it cleaned up. Leather is very shiny. That's not a good thing for leather. Of course, you want to scrub it down. It should have a matte look to it. Get the floor mats all cleaned up. Vacuum. Oh, back seats. Go on to the back seats. Man, he didn't even empty out the car, but normally I like to recommend to empty out the car, so I'm just gonna throw it in the bed. Ooh, ooh. Look at all those webs. So as you guys can see, this truck is very, very dirty. This one would be a little fun turnaround. But yeah, we're gonna do level 2 correction with a 3 to 5 year coating on it. But back to the GMC, let's pull it up in the shop, get it prepped up completely, get the tape on it, dry it up, then we'll show you guys what we're gonna do to this. So, and of course, like the level 2s, I'm not shooting for a perfect detail. I'm not gonna be wet sanding, I'm not going anything crazy. We're just trying to get the majority of the swirls and scratches out so we can add that top layer of coating, like I said. The main goal is to add protection to your vehicles. That's the only way to keep these things looking proper for years to come. So let's get this thing pulled up in, dry it up, and move on from there. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed in the background, shotgun in the door. Very easy to open. Alright, so let's pull this baby in, get it all ready, like I said. But yeah, it's shotgun in the door. Made the shop much, much bigger now. We can pull into these no problem. Gives us a lot more room to work with. Okay, so we got the truck all pulled in. We got the masking tape on it. We got the black trim taped off. We got the mirror caps right here taped off. So now it is ready for the correcting part. And we already did a few panels. So as you can see here, we have our microfiber cutting pads We have our one-step cutting pads, which is what we're running on this one right now. And we did a couple of test spots, and here are the results that we're getting. And if you look closely, it is flawless. It's not perfect, like I said, this isn't a perfection detail. This is getting about 90% of the swirls and scratches gone. What we got done so far was that back panel, the whole dually end. We got this door done, this door done. Moving on to the front fender, we still have to do a 3-inch work all the way around the trim and the pillars. So we still have a lot of work ahead of us. Then we have to add the coating, like I said before. So the whole goal of this one is to do an enhancement, remove all these swirls and scratches, then put a 3 to 5 year coating. And to give you an idea what it looks like beforehand, look at this right here. Very hazy, very scratched, even the hood. I mean, the hood's the worst part in my opinion. But check all that out. You can see how many swirls and scratches are on there. They're pretty bad as well. Remember, this truck's almost brand new. And look at the after. Check out this door. There is nothing there, just pure reflection, and that was the goal. Like I mentioned, this is the level 2, and the level 3 would be another step ahead of this. And what that level 3 would reach out for would be, there's a one scratch here, a couple, yeah, so like if you look right here, you can kind of see them. I don't know if you can pick up on camera, but I would shoot to go for the deeper ones and get that extra 5% to have a perfect paint. So the process that I'm doing on this is we tried to use a microfiber cutting pad, which is this pad right here, Meguiar's 5-inch microfiber cutting pad, has red foam. We tested that on this back panel, and it left a lot of haze behind. And for this being a one, but we're trying to stay within time limit and budget, so we're not doing a multi-step. So then I jumped down to a microfiber one-step pad. This is made by Lake Country, and that's this pad right here. There's no logo on the back, but I'll put a link down below for what that is. And for the compound that we're using Classic Cut. Classic Cut is my favorite compound made by Shine Supply, and all my compounds and polishes are made by Shine Supply. Go to the website. Shine Supply is the way to go for all your correcting needs. I get so many questions asked, like what compounds and polishes do I use? Guys, every single vehicle is different. Even on the big Ram that I did, similar color, dually, same truck basically, just GMC versus Ram, I used blue foam as well. For this one, blue foam did not budge, so we went up to the microfiber to give it a little bit more cut and to finish off better. And yes, the other cars weren't as bad as this one, but that just shows that you don't have to go too deep to get good results. When doing a paint correction, you don't want to cut too much. You don't want to cut what's not needed to be cut. Remember, clear coat is very thin, so being safe and observant of what the clear coat is doing, you have to be very careful before you go all the way through the clear coat. So always start the least aggressive method, work your way up, and see what you need to get done. We are doing a soft correction and getting great results. That's the whole goal. The safe method, proper, and you're getting about 90-95% of the swirls and scratches gone. So like as I was saying, the level 2, just because level 2 does not mean that you're not getting a proper paint correction. You're getting whatever is needed. A level 3 correction is not needed for this. You'd be cutting too much clear coat off the vehicle than whatever is needed. Level 2 is just enough to get this paint back to the way it should be, and then we can add the coating to preserve this paint. Alright, so you saw me knock out this little section. So here's the before, then there's the after. And there's still one scratch, I want to say right about there, see that? I'm going to chase that one because we're eye level, so that'll be kind of noticeable for the human eye. I'm going to chase up this little edge more, but that's just one pass. So like I said, I do a couple passes, I ensure that the panel is good before I move on to the next. So I'm going to clean out the pad with our brush, add one more dot and go over that section one more time, and I'm going to cycle it out till there's no more compound left behind. Alright, so after one dot of classic cut, hit it one more time. That scratch is not there anymore. I mean, there's just a little bit, but nothing crazy. Like, here's before, and you can see it start to diminish. But once you blend it in right here, ready, watch, ready, bam. There's your after. This is why paint correcting is so important. I mean, look at the color of the paint up here, how hazy and dull it looks, and look at the reflection right here. Look how beautiful and shiny that is. So when doing a ceramic coating, you don't have to do a paint correction beforehand. I always recommend it just because you're kind of wasting a ceramic coating. When looking at the paint, I mean, look at the difference in color. Look at the clarity and depth in here. Look at this one. Same light bulb, just different color and paint because of that. There's no imperfections in the paint, so the light that's bouncing off is a perfect reflection. As for this, it has to go through all like the swirls and scratches, coming out as a dull reflection rather than a nice, clean, crisp one. Like technically, this hood, if you were not to do a paint correction, you just want to do a ceramic coating, this hood is ready for a ceramic coating. It is prepped, it is ready. There's no waxes or anything in between, just pure clear coat. Iron X is stripped down. But like I said, you're just going to be protecting all these swirls and scratches, which is kind of defeating the purpose of the coating itself. I don't know if you guys have seen like a bad paint correction job where they don't prep it properly and they don't tape off all like the black trim. It looks like crap. Like you can see exactly where the compound hit and it just dulls it out. So now that we got the entire passenger side on finished, we want to swap pads, put a brand new pad, and knock out the entire front end, meaning bumper, hood, which is going to take a little bit more time because there's a lot of little corners. We'll have to use the 3-inch. So I'm gonna keep the 3-inch pad on there, start with that, and finish off with a 5-inch. And typically this process, I don't know why I started with the passenger side. Normally I start on the hood, get the hood done, but because I did a test spot in the back fender, I just kept it going. I finished off the back fender and worked my way to the front. So now I'm gonna go on the hood, like I said, move over to the driver's side, work my way back around to the trunk. And the goal for tonight is just finish off as much paint correcting as possible. I'm gonna set a goal to finish the hood and bumpers. Then tomorrow I'm gonna come back early because it's already 6:40, so it's after hours, and we're gonna tomorrow hopefully crank up the driver's side, whatever's left in the bumper, the roof. It's gonna take some time, but have the coating done by around the same time today. Then delivery will be on Thursday. Today is Tuesday. And once all the compounding and polishing is done, I use a waterless wash. I soak the vehicle down, remove all the heavy dust that is from the compounding. Then I use G-Technique panel wipe, which is a prep for the coating. And that's what the panel wipe is for. It'll remove all the oils from the compounding and polishing to allow a strong adhered bond from the ceramic coating to the clear coat. The longest part of this entire process is the decontaminating and paint correcting. Applying the ceramic coating is not bad. It does not take too much time, but this is the longest part right here, is the prep work. Here's what we're dealing with. Paint is flawless. Zoom in for you guys. Here's how your truck should look versus how it did look. I mean, check this out. Not even comparable. This is what I love what I do. It is so satisfying to see a before and after. And I can't wait to pull this thing out in the sun tomorrow, do our sun check, then start applying the coating. And this shine right here is just bare clear coat. Like there's no waxes on this, there's no ceramic coating yet, and that just shows that when you do add the coating, it enhances the gloss, so it's only shinier from here. And that is a proper detail. That's why our main goal is to enhance, protect, then we maintain. Right now we're in the enhancement phase, then we go on to the protection, then I'm gonna put them on a maintenance plan. And the maintenance plan is just a proper wash method to ensure that the coating is durable and does not fail on you, and no more swirls or scratches. Alright guys, the GMC is now finished up. We did the paint correction and ceramic coating. The coating's been completed. And if you look at the paint, as I said, this is a level 2. We're not reaching for perfection. This is more of just an enhancement detail. Remove about 89% of the scratches. And the paint came out. Honestly, I'm stoked with the way this paint came out. We achieved about 90-95%. And the reflection is unreal. Everything came out as planned, even better. So now that the coating is all completed, the way you maintain it is to do basic 2-bucket proper wash methods. Here's a perfect example. So this Jeep I coated about 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. And I kid you not, I have not seen this car since I've coated it. I forgot I even coated it. And now if you look at the paint, I mean, look at all the swirls and scratches. And yes, the coating was still beating up, it was still doing its job, but the paint just defeats the purpose of me doing the whole paint correction. And the way this all happens is from improper washing, no 2 buckets, a car wash. I don't know where they washed it, but we just today did a nice little light clay bar, threw on a silica wax to enhance the coating again. This is what I'd call my 1-year touch-up for a coating. I always recommend that for every car that's been coated. A 1-year touch-up is all that's needed. I mean, check out the gloss too of this thing. The gloss is still there. It is very, very smooth. You can feel that coating doing its job. Pick up the fucking box. Why don't you pick it up? Smash it. Were you gonna leave it right there? Scum. You don't want to do it on camera. And as I always mention, that's the biggest misunderstanding about ceramic coatings, that they're basically indestructible. Like, oh, my car's coated, you don't have to wash it, you don't have to do this, you don't have to wax it. Coatings are not indestructible. They get ruined. They fail like clear coat. The whole point of a coating is to add that extra protection barrier over the clear coat to prevent your clear coat from failing. This vehicle, like I said, it has not been touched in honestly like 2 or 3 years, and when it got dropped off to us, it was filthy. It sat outside for all day long. It's not a garage Jeep, and the gloss, and I haven't touched it. Like, all we had to do was just wash it, light clay bar, and wax it, and the gloss came back right back to life. So the ceramic coating is preserving the clear coat, giving you that extra protection, and that's what it's for. And what the 1-year touch-up consists of is just a nice heavy 2-bucket wash. We use Iron X to remove all the contaminants that are bonded to the clear coat. Then if it needs a clay bar, we do a very light one after the wash is done so there's no dirt, we're not scratching the paint. Then we add on our silica wax, then we top it off with a spray silica wax. And what I mean by topping it off is when the base coat is on the paint, I let it cure to the paint for a little bit. Then I grab a spray wax. I use it to remove the wax that's on the paint, and that it layers itself, giving that added protection. But that wraps it up for today. Well, this past week, it's been 3 days since we're working on this thing. It's now finished, ready for delivery. But stay tuned for the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Please press subscribe, like this video if you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.